Hey guys, Gary, grateful recovering alcoholic and drug addict. If you're hooked on fentanyl, if you're hooked on any other drug, cocaine, Xanax, meth, heroin, there's hope. Don't give up on yourself. I'm gonna teach you how to save your life. And it's probably not gonna be what you want to hear, but it's gonna be what'll save your life. If you know you're capable of doing more and you're hooked on something, I was once just as hopeless as you feel, right? I've had my battles in life, and I've had my battles with addiction and alcoholism. So I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict, and I'm living a life of abstinence and complete sobriety now. I love living my life sober, and life isn't always easy. Life is very difficult, but when you're an addict, it's even more difficult. And it robs us of our dreams. It robs us of relationships. It robs us of our hopes, of what we want to be and what we want to achieve in life. And if you feel that you're in this category, there's a way out. Number one, you've got to admit you've got a problem. Not to anybody else, but just to your innermost self, right? Just if you know that you could do better in life and these things are holding you back, one of these things are holding you back. You're lying, you're cheating, you're stealing to feed your addiction, or while you're drinking, and you know you can do better, this is the way out. Go to a meeting of Alcoholics Anonymous. Go to a meeting of Narcotics Anonymous. There's thousands and millions of people just like you out in the world, and they're living a life of sobriety. They're achieving their goals. They're achieving everything that they want to do in life. They have a shot at life. Look, when I'm on that stuff, man, I don't have a shot at anything in life. I'm just struggling to get through to the next fix. You go to a meeting, you raise your hand in front of people that have been right where you're at. Everybody in that room's been right where you're at. So you don't have to be afraid. But even though you're going to be afraid, it takes courage to do this. When they say, do we have anybody new? You raise your hand. You say, yes, I'm such and such, and I'm screwed right now. I need help. And then sit down and listen. Listen to what people have to say. And after the meeting, stay 5 minutes later. Stay 5 or 10 minutes later, people will come up to you. I promise you. That's how we do it. It's the biggest success rate of any program out there, is the 12 steps, and it's free. You don't have to go through a detox to get sober. I didn't, And if you don't believe in God, that's okay. That's okay. You don't need to believe in God. You just need to believe that there's a power greater than yourself. So I wish you guys all the best of luck, and if you do believe in God, pray. Pray, because God got me sober. God got me sober. I ended up getting COVID. I was praying to God, God, please help me and make me willing, because my life was swirling down a toilet. God, please make me willing just to try, right? And I was driving, I've said it many times, I was driving through El Paso on the way to California, and I got COVID. And I was in a Motel 6 for like 5 days doing the shake and bake, right? And I got up after 5 days and I was like, man, I feel pretty good. Oh my God, I'm sober 5 days. And I had been praying for I'd been praying for like 2 years. I've been praying for so long that I grabbed hold of it, those 5 days, like a badge of honor, man, and started to pray to that God, because I couldn't do that on my own. I needed an act of God. I needed an act greater than myself to get me sober. I needed that. And everybody gets sober differently, and if you're in a meeting, you get to hear everybody's different ways they got sober. But the 12 steps work. You guys, I want to do a little thing on fentanyl. Fentanyl took my son in September of 2022. He was a good kid. He was well loved. And he was struggling with this thing called addiction like I do. He lost his life in a CVS parking lot in Long Beach, California. Fentanyl is the #1 leading cause of death in the United States from ages 16 to 45. They're killing our productivity in the United States. They're killing our youth. Be careful if you're buying street drugs out there, you guys. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When are you going to take that lethal dose of fentanyl? They're mixing it in bathtubs, in buckets. They're not dosing it properly. They're scattering it out into the streets just to hook you and make you dependent on fentanyl. And then you're buying drugs on the streets and you're going to lose your life. So hang in there, you guys. Say your prayers. Go to a meeting.